Hi everyone, I am back today with another perfume first impressions. So I'm going to do a little haul of the fragrances that I received today and one of them yesterday in the evening. As I mentioned in my previous video, the first impressions, I've been going on a bit of a perfume shopping spree. It's all very exciting. I'm just going to give my first impressions today and show you what I have gotten. So let's start with my fragrance net order. And yesterday I received Amouage Myths. This is the women's one. And it's a small bottle. Beautiful presentation. I would say Amouage is probably one of my favorite style bottles. Here is the cap. Here's how it opens. Magnetic cap. Here's the bottom. Amouage Myths. Gorgeous presentation, gorgeous packaging. And I believe this is the 30 mLs, if I'm not mistaken. And anyways, I sprayed it last evening when I received it. And instantly, I thought that this was a very strong, powerful floral. It's sort of like a bouquet of a variety of flowers together with the leaves, that smell that you get. I couldn't pick out any particular flowers, but it was just a very strong scent of florals. And the strength of the perfume reminded me a little bit of more classic or vintage perfumery, which is not a bad thing. For me, this is something that I do enjoy. I enjoy more vintage style perfumes, I would say. And so the notes are advertised to be chrysanthemum, narcissus, violet leaf, and labdanum in the top. So a lot of florals. And then the middle is carnation, ambergris, and patchouli. And in the base, moss, leather, and musk. I can't really smell any kind of leather. I can't smell really any patchouli, any of that. To me, it was just a very strong floral scent upon first impression. So I'm looking forward to trying this more. So let's make a little room over here. And the next perfume I got from Fragrance Net yesterday was Rochas Oud Mystere. So I believe Tom Ford just came out with a fragrance named Oud Mystere. I think this one may have come first. I'm not sure though. But in any case, it comes in this kind of cylindrical box, which is really nice. And when you open it, here is what the bottle of perfume looks like on the inside. I'm going to take it out of there, put this to the side, and yes, I do love the bottle very much. It's also cylindrical with a nice sort of geometrical, abstract floral maybe, I'm not sure. And the cap is very beautiful as well. It is plastic with a metal attachment. It has a little bit of weight to it, so it feels very nice quality. So this one, let me find my little strip. Yeah, Oud Mystere. It smells very, very pleasant. I can't say that I sense a very strong oud here. So if this was not named Oud Mystere, I probably would not even have guessed this had oud in it. I can't really identify it. But the notes are said to be rose, oud, saffron, patchouli, and gardenia. And my first impression, as I wrote down in my little notebook, was that of a fresh rose scent, very subtle woods, and smooth. And I'd have to agree with that. It's a very safe oud scent. I think that this, it's not overwhelming. It's more of a floral with some depth to it. But it's very, very pleasant. I think a lot of people would like this one. So there's Rochas Oud Mystere. So those are the two that I got from FragranceNet. I also placed an order with Macy's after I saw that they were having a sale, something like that. They're always having them, but I saw that they said some fragrances would be on sale. So I went and I looked around and I didn't find really much on sale, but I just decided to take advantage of the free gifts they were offering and just try some designer scents that I have always been curious about. So the first one that I tried was a classic from Estee Lauder. This is a beautiful box that it comes in. Beautiful kind of constellation style design on the top. And inside we have Estee Lauder's Youth Dew. Okay, so it comes with a lotion and the perfume. So let me just take out the perfume and I'm going to just keep the lotion in there and put it to the back here. So beautiful bottle. This is actually like a faux leather bow attached with a sparkly elastic to the back. I enjoy the shape of this bottle. I love the color of the juice. It's very pleasant to hold. And this is a classic scent. I think this came out in the 60s maybe, or the late 50s, something like that. So it's been around for a while. And I just remember someone on a YouTube channel said that this is very strong and this is something, you know, their mother or their grandmother wore or something like that. So knowing that I love stronger fragrances and I love the vintage style fragrances, I decided to give this a try. So, oh, this smells, it definitely doesn't smell as strong as I expected it to smell. It's lighter than I thought. So what are the notes that are advertised here? Rose, lavender, jonquil. Does anyone know what that means? Jonquil. Those are in the top, and then in the mid we're supposed to have jasmine, muguet and spices, and in the base, moss, vetiver, and patchouli. Yeah, those notes really don't help me a lot. This is a more like a spicy, aromatic type of scent. This is how I would describe it, as a spicy aromatic. And not really that strong. And I think that this would be a very lovely scent to wear on an everyday basis. So I enjoyed this. I'm happy with my purchase. And next up, also from Macy's, I decided to try something that I have never tried, and I think many people might be surprised by the fact that I have never tried Carolina Herrera's Good Girl or any of the flankers. So I got this small travel size set of the Good Girl, the original Eau de Parfum, and Very Good Girl, one of the flankers. So let me show you how this comes. We have the infamous shoes, the high heel pumps. They're just really cute in the size. I've always thought that the larger size, I really couldn't make up my mind as to whether I like them or I think they're tacky. I'm sort of on the fence about whether I like this or not. But these cute sizes are, yeah, they're kind of starting to, I'm starting to fall in love with them. So here is the Eau de Parfum of the original Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And they open up like this. And as you can see, it is a dabber bottle. So that's unfortunate, but it is okay. I can work with that. So I did not expect much. I expected this to be kind of a run-of-the-mill, you know, maybe gourmand, or I don't even know what I thought. I just thought that this would be a gourmand, popular style scent. However, it was a little more than that. And I would say that it's even very much my style. So let's see, what did I write here? Carolina Herrera Good Girl. So the notes, let's talk about the notes first. So it's got almond, coffee, bergamot, and lemon in the top, and then tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom, and rose in the middle notes, and the dry down is tonka bean, cocoa, vanilla, praline, amber, and several types of woods and spice. And I would have to say that this is, I even wrote in my first impressions here, why didn't I try this earlier? Because it seems like it's right up my alley. It's very thick, it's very delicious. Let me get my little sticky note here and remind myself, because I just smelled this today, and it had a chance to dry down a little bit on my strip. Now it's more settled into a kind of a very a typical kind of high-end designer perfume that I know I have smelled before. But it's very delicious. It's like a gourmand mixed with a floral, with depth to it. So this is very good. I mean, I can see this being a signature scent for myself, because this is very much up my alley. And the second one that came in this cute package is the Very Good Girl. So this is much lighter. This is more like a fruity floral style. Much lighter, much less my style. So I'm smelling it on the strip. It's very rosy. It's got fruits like lychee. Let me see what else. I wrote everything down. Keeps my thoughts organized. So lychee and red currant in the top, rose in the middle, and vanilla and vetiver in the dry down. So the smell smells like a nice fruity floral with just a little bit of sweetness to it. I can see this for most people being associated with a daytime scent, and the original Good Girl being an evening or going out scent. But for me, this kind of thick scent would be like a daytime scent, because I just like stronger perfumes. So all in all, I'm very happy to have tried 2 in this line. And also wanted to mention that I was given a free gift as well from Macy's, so it came in this kind of pouch. It all came separated, but I just took everything out of its packaging. So I believe this was for purchasing an Estee Lauder fragrance, but I got this Estee Lauder Advanced Night Cleansing Gelée with amino acids in a little decent size. I also have a very nice generous size of this Revitalizing Supreme Plus Youth Power Cream, which I've never tried, from Estee Lauder. And here's what it looks like. They also sent a lipstick, a full-size lipstick. Gorgeous, and the color's awesome too. So let me show you. This is the color. There's a swatch of it. Really nice everyday kind of mauvey color. And it is limited edition lipstick in tartan tawny. So this is really nice. They also sent this, I think, lip pencil. Double wear, Estee Lauder double wear 24-hour stay in place lip liner. And probably that will go nicely with this lipstick. Oops. You get the idea. There we are. Okay, and two more things that they sent as a gift. The Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Multi-Recovery Complex. I have a feeling I've tried this before in this size sample, or maybe something very similar. And finally, a face primer, Estee Lauder Futurist Aqua Brilliance Watery Glow Primer. I actually don't have any foundation primers whatsoever in my collection. Haven't used them. Haven't really found much use for them. But I will try this because why not? So let's set that right over there. Okay. So that together in this with this nice, quite large size makeup bag that zips up at the top. All right, and the last thing I wanted to talk to you about was my recent decision to try Scentbird, the Scentbird subscription. I heard about it a long time ago, but then recently I think they're doing some kind of promotional thing with YouTubers because a couple of YouTubers started mentioning them, and I think they are being sponsored. I am not. I just want to try some fragrance. So I got my first month. It came today. So here's what came for me. I signed up for the subscription where you get 2 scents per month. They have 1 scent a month, 2 per month, and then 3 per month. Those are the settings that you can get. They also have candles, I think, and they have men's fragrances, women's fragrances you can choose. I kind of poked around their website. So anyway, I filled up my quiz, and then I filled up my queue, meaning the fragrances that I would like to try from their collection. So I pretty much have like the next 9 months already decided in my queue because I found a lot of fragrances that I wanted to try from them. So here's a presentation. Everything comes in this style of baggie, a fabric bag that feels very nice, and then they come in this type of case. So there's the case. It kind of shows you that this is the locked position, unlocked position. Let me show you the other one. Take out this one as well. So very nice cases. I kind of expected to get only one case, but I guess they both came in their own individual case. And then the cases can open up very easily. And then you see exactly the fragrance that comes inside. So let's talk about this one first. I ordered Commodity Paper Plus. The nice thing is also they send you a card describing the fragrance, describing the notes, which is fantastic, a really beautiful card. And on the back of it, you actually have a picture of the fragrance, what the full bottle would look like. I do believe you can order from them the full-size bottles. So I ordered paper because I don't know, it's just a very intriguing name. And I just love the smell of old books. So I was hoping that I would get something like this, smell of old books. And this is described as an ISO E Super with personality, earthy and robust, with vetiver, wet woods, and reminiscent of mossy woods after the rain. So the notes are supposed to be ISO E Super, cedarwood, vetiver, and sandalwood. I don't know what ISO E Super smells like, so you know that I can't comment on that. But I will say that the first impression of this fragrance is that it's very, very weak. I can barely smell anything. What I do smell, it is pleasant. It is. I smell a little bit of woodsiness. Let me go ahead and spray it on here. I want to show you also the atomizers are kind of cool on this, so you just spray it like that. Oh, okay. Kind of cool. They come out of this little faucet looking thing here. It's a very faint smell. I guess I can a little bit smell the vetiver, but it just smells very, very weak. Like this kind of smell, this kind of fragrance, I would have to really douse myself, really heavy spray, to be able to smell it on myself. So, oh, this kind of magnetizes. Oh, that's cool. Oh my God, I missed that the first time I did this. But you can put this together. It's magnetic. I didn't know that. That is so cool. Sorry, guys. The little things. It's the little things, you know. And here's how it sprays from the case. So it's the same thing, just sprays. Okay, so there's paper. And then the next one that I got here we have an Goutal. Oh, I love this magnetic stuff. Okay, Goutal. Never tried any of her fragrances, but let me find my card. This is Etoile de Nuit. I assume I'm pronouncing it correctly. I hope so. But this is supposed to have blackberry, iris, musk, jasmine, and rose. So I had high hopes because of the iris here, but unfortunately it's a little bit of a disappointment as well. It's very pleasant, and it's got this like nice powderiness. Yeah, the iris really makes it. Yeah, I can tell that now there's iris in here. I just wish it was even more amped up. It's very pleasant. It's very it smells like a classy fragrance. It smells like a very pulled together, feminine, understated fragrance. Does it blow me away? No. It's like a signature scent of a very classy, understated lady. Here's what the bottle looks like, the full-size bottle. I can't say that I'm a fan. I don't know. I think it's these pom-poms and charms make it look a little bit just not my taste. I see a lot of like cheaper fragrances kind of in this kind of packaging. I think I like their older bottles more. I would have just taken their older bottles and just had a label actually attached to the bottles rather than hanging off the neck of the bottle. If you've seen their old bottles, because you know that label can be lost and then you don't even know what fragrance you have. But yeah, all in all, I'd have to say that I'm enjoying the Scentbird. You know, just the anticipation of getting a scent every month, or a couple of scents. It's really nice, and it's a generous size of travel. Okay, my brain. What's happening to my brain? Oh, these are magnetizing together too. Oh, I just love that. Anyway, all in all, I enjoyed Scentbird. My first impression is positive, and I think they want me to go and review the scents. Yeah, you can update your scent, your queue, update your queue, rate your scent, etc., etc. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully that this was enjoyable to watch. Thank you for joining me, and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.